Hey, what's up everyone? Morey Croson here, and we have another new breakdown for you today. It's going to be on DTR, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, the quarterback for UCLA. I probably should have done this breakdown earlier. I'm a big UCLA fan. Just been some tough years that we've been going through. Looking forward to getting back to the top. Was really looking forward to Chip Kelly starting to do some big things for us. Unfortunately, been struggling a little bit, but with that being said, we'll go ahead and hop right into the breakdown. If you like the content, like the information, just go ahead and subscribe, like, comment. That really helps us out a lot. And we'll get into DTR's breakdown here. So here's a nice little underneath throw. He does a great job of being able to really turn that wrist early during the throw. Gets the nose of the football facing forward, keeps the front part of his arm, the front arm, close to his body, right? So he maintains a really nice upright position there. He has a nice follow through as he comes all the way through. He has a great extension. I know this one's not the best overall quality video there, but we'll go into a couple other ones here. So you can see how nice he of a job he does of being able to push off that back leg and get all of his weight onto his front leg again. Really look to see how well he keeps his front arm close to his body. I think that really helps him maintaining an upright position, and he gets really nice extension as he's coming through and a really nice follow through as well. Notice here, because he's trying to get the ball out of his hands pretty quickly, how quick he's able to turn that wrist forward and through. I just made a video recently on that, and how important it is to get that nose of the football facing forward, and the faster that you're able to do that, I think the faster your overall release is going to be as a quarterback. So really put a big focus on when you're loading back there, getting the nose of the football facing forward as soon as you can. And yeah, I think that'll really make a big difference for young quarterbacks. All right, so this is one where to me it looks like and sometimes it's like this for guys. I know this, I can struggle with this sometimes, where when I'm throwing more of like the underneath throws, and it's a lot easier for me to get full range of motion through the hips, create that better disassociation. But then for whatever reason, when I need to start throwing the ball further, it's a little bit harder for me to use my hips as well. And so this is an example where he's really, the overall throw here is just absolutely amazing. But you can see from a mechanic perspective, he could really do a better job of getting more rotation through the hips. Notice how well he does it, like pushing off and getting that full extension through, which I think is great. You got to be able to get the extension when pushing off, but he doesn't really get as much of the rotation as he's finishing. So now he's keeping his back in a little bit more of like an extended position here, putting a little bit more pressure onto the lower back area. But again, still look at how nice his extension is in the arm, how good of a follow through that he has. And he also seems to kind of drop the ball a little bit as he's loading. I don't know if that's something that he was taught. I kind of do something again similar to that as well, where I kind of keep the ball a little bit low, but I do think that in terms of helping out getting that release out a little bit quicker, it is a good thing to be able to keep that ball up. I know a lot of the great guys do have the ball a little bit higher up, so that could be another thing that you could look at and decipher through, and make that improvement inside of your own game, making sure that you're keeping the ball in a fairly upright position. But either way, again, he does such a great job being able to get the nose of the football facing forward, and has such a nice follow through. So there's some of the things that he does with his arm mechanics that are really good, and the better that he's able to use his lower body, I think that's going to really make it so he can have a lot more success here in his junior year, and hopefully past that. We'll go to the last one here. This one was just an amazing throw, and this is the type of stuff that, this was a huge win for us last year when we beat Arizona State. Going into the game, they were, I want to say they were 5-2 or something like that. I know they were ranked, and then UCLA just absolutely killed them at home. It was great to see that, just because we were struggling a little bit to start off the year. But here's an example of where DTR just really separates himself as an overall athlete. Guy, it's completely unblocked. It looks like the running back was probably supposed to check on that, and just kind of left him out to dry here. He sees it, reacts late, or reacts perfectly, lets him kind of keep coming. He already sees it right here, but he keeps letting him come, and then reacts, boom, gets around, gets those hips around, surveying. Here you end up having to kind of take a step off to the side a little bit and really try to get the hips through a little bit more. And here you can see where that hip rotation, right, when we watch that Aaron Rodgers breakdown, you can really see how he does a great job of extending through those hips and really pushes off that back leg to make it so he gets full range as he did a throw similar to this. And so there's some extension and range of motion that I think DTR could probably get a little bit more of. But again, just the strength of his arm and his upper body and the whip of his arm made it so he's able to throw a 40-yard dart here that was super accurate. I don't know if this ended up being a completion or not, but just an amazing play overall as an athlete, and something that, from a quarterback perspective, just shows what the potential that he has is. We just got to be able to get everything going with the whole offense. And I think that, hopefully if there is a football season, because, that's obviously in question right now, he'll be able to have a great one and, be able to really make a big difference for the UCLA Bruins. I know I'll be watching, be at a couple games for sure. So, hoping all the best for DTR and really anybody that's out there watching these videos. So, with that being said, if you again like the content, go ahead and subscribe down below. We do have some free available options for you, so you can check out our quarterback program. We have a couple free ebooks. We have a lot of different things that should be very, very beneficial for you to try out as a quarterback to really help you out, especially during these times right now. You don't have a lot of ability to access gyms or access you don't have practice or things like that. Definitely get into a program to still work on your mechanics, still practice your footwork, still work on the small things, and being able to become a better quarterback, I think will be really, really beneficial for you. All right. As always, thanks for watching the videos, and we'll talk soon.